I think we're going with that for this morning, just to make sure that everything is in there. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Woo! Trump, the House Oversight Committee subpoenas the Jeffrey Epstein files. Can't wait to get into that. We got a lot to get into this morning, you guys. Oh my, oh my, oh my. It's Friday, August the 28th. That's right, y'all. We about to turn up. Can't wait to get it going. Hope everybody had a fantastic evening. See a couple of people in here gonna just shout you guys out right now. We got Luigi. I see Mark Dorfin up in the building. I see we got Liberty and Justice, Rebecca. I see Mark Dorfman up in the building. We got Cat Dad, Mike Holmes. Welcome to the page. Hope everybody's good. It's almost time. I know what y'all ready for. Whoo! That such exciting performance. That captivativeness. It's Friday, y'all. We made it another day. All I got to do is be happy because guess what? Got another day to get it right. You know what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. Let's get it popping, yo, 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 yo. Now, anytime you're ready, we're ready. So here we go. Please, can I have the knife, please? Y'all know where that came from, right? Anybody Eddie Murphy fans? Come on, buddy. You can do it. I'm cheering you on this morning. What? One more time. Yeah. And open up those pores, open up those pores. Yeah, we've been doing this for a while. This actually seems to work. And then you get to the eyes and you do it like this so you don't really hurt your eyeballs. You know, and then you come over here and then you do doom, 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 doom. I just got paid, doom, doom, Friday night. Yeah, party's jumping. Place is right, booty shaking, y'all know this, all around. What? Poured one drink, and I'm getting down. He came outside like, check the mirror, I'm looking fly. Got all the posse, jumped in my ride. What's going on? Radio's rocking, Monster Jam, feel the rhythm. Throughout the sound. You know, I can't do them high notes, right? Y'all always tell me to stop trying to do the high notes. But you know what I can do? I can do if pump that beat. It's Friday the 29th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Made it, Ma. Top of the world. Friday, y'all. Made it another day. 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:01 to be exact. Take me in the room and wake them up. These big old hands will wake up anybody, trust me. How y'all doing this morning? Let's see who's up in here. I like to get it up. I like to get it on. That's right. The good guy. You see me. This is my Igor right here. That's right. That's how you say it on this page. You can say that. I just can't say it, but that's how you say it. There you go right there. Thank you, and I appreciate you so much. Woo, this is that and this. That's right. Good morning, just like the TV. Happy Friday. I love the mic. I love doing the opening pause. Makes me feel so much more awake, especially when the hands are cold. It's true, ain't it true? Y'all, I love y'all because y'all be on point with stuff. Every time you look for a group of people, you're not going to be getting everybody, but you're going to get some people that feel the same way that you do. I might be a nut job on some stuff I do, but guess what? Some of y'all are just as crazy as me, so y'all come here and chill out with your boy. But guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you guys. See, your boy got on that. We're not going to call this pink. So leave me alone, all these pink haters. I wear this because I like the colors and I like the way that they coordinate. Plus, yes, I am from Harlem and we love to play with colors and we don't have no problem, no boundaries. We like to get busy because guess what? You only get one life to live. Why be a stick in the mud? It's Friday, y'all. Let's turn up. Y'all know what I got. I got a fully loaded clip. And you know what I'm ready to do? I want to shout out some names real quick. We got Liberty and Justice. We got Kilmari. Who's that? Kid Anarchy. We got Robert. We got Jason. We got Mike. We got Liberty and Justice. And you know who I got to shout out. Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. You already know we got to do that, right? Who else we got? We got Dot Focus up in the building. Top of the morning, y'all. Y'all know what it's time to do. Got you, all you important people up in the building. It's time to get to work. I got some serious stories to start off with, but you know what I'm going to do? Let's get into these titles. What I got right here for you guys is Trump. The House Oversight Committee subpoenas the Jeffrey Epstein estate, not just the files, not just listening and seeing what Ghislaine got going on. No, the estate. I'm hoping they can find maybe some stuff in his archives, but you know what I'm thinking? What's there besides probably some money, and probably not even that because they took that. When it comes down to this person, what is left in Jeffrey Epstein's estate? Just a question that I have. Keep on moving forward, you guys. And secondly, what we have here is a reporter who was beaten and pistol whipped in Washington shares her account with President Trump. Sometimes I get those word jumbles because I'm not allowed to say the words. I like to let the clip say them, but you guys understand what I'm saying, all right? So we got the last but not least, what we have is 2 Florida church leaders that face federal charges and allegations of a labor case where witnesses claim theft and more. You guys know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that play like Reverend Make Me Rich from back in the days when I think it was Jim Carrey that used to play Reverend Falwell, and then Damon Wayans used to play another one called Reverend Make Me Rich. They still out here trying to get people, y'all, because they got to get money for the building fund. You know what I'm talking about. Let's keep on moving forward because guess what? I'm not holding back. We're going to get right into it. We're going to go to one of our lead stories where this traumatizing situation happened to a reporter, and she's going to detail it to President Trump. I've been asking all week about, is there a difference in Washington? And the people that live in Washington, I've been asking you guys in the comments, can you let us know, do you want the National Guard there? Is it helping? Let us know. Anybody from DC, Washington, we don't know until you guys tell us. They can tell us on the news, but we'd rather get it from you guys. Let's keep moving forward. It's Friday, y'all. Let's go.
Good morning. And when you're the president, any president, you don't get a ton of face-to-face feedback from people that don't work from you. But that is exactly what happened to President Trump during this meeting that an official just told me is his longest on-camera event ever, including rallies and debates. And it came from a reporter who was the victim of a violent crime.
He used the butt of his handgun to strike me across the face, in the cheek, or what some people call pistol whip me before running away. And that has deeply traumatized myself and my family. Ever since, I've never dared to walk in the street of DC at night, ever. And my family was extremely worried.
Come on in.
So, Mr. President, thank you so much for what you're doing right now, because such incidents involve not just me, but also my family. If he had shot me, I could have died right there in the middle of nowhere without my families or my friends knowing at the age of back then, I think 23, just starting my career here in DC without even starting a family. But now I'm very blessed to have this opportunity to stand before you.
And you probably figured that he's going to pull the trigger because these are animals that don't know what the hell. They couldn't care less. The pulling the trigger to him is a very minor event, and I'm sure he's done it before.
President Trump's positive polling on crime has him trying to turn blue state residents against blue state governors, insisting he would like to send in the National Guard, but Democratic governors need to ask him first.
The line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. So a lot of people say, you know, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime.
We expect President Trump to continue pressuring Democratic lawmakers to ask him to send in the National Guard because that is something a majority, according to the AP, of Americans support.
Okay, you guys, let's get on over to some immigration situation with doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Doo, doo, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Ice, ice, baby. And the border czar, Tom Homan, your favorite uncle, who says he gives his word that Kilmar Abrego Garcia will be deported. He got locked up, and Tom Homan says they're not trying to let him out. Let's go, y'all. Let's get into this right here. Here we go. Your boy up. We got that. Let's get you up out of here and let's go. Come on, y'all. It's Friday. What y'all got going on for the day? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go.
Uganda, maybe somewhere else. All this while an Obama-appointed judge rules that the migrant must stay in the country until October. Here's border czar Tom Homan.
I'm giving you my word. He will be deported from this country. I got my teeth in this thing. I'm not letting it go. As far as the story now, he's going to claim asylum. First of all, he's beyond the required 1 year. He's been here longer than that, so he should be able to qualify for asylum. And if the judge rules on the law is about asylum seekers. You got to be escaping fear and persecution from your home government because of race, religion, and political affiliation. So if the judge rules on the law, he's gone.
To Tom Homan's point, Donna, does Abrego Garcia have a valid asylum claim under the law?
I agree with Mr. Homan. I do not believe that he has a valid asylum complaint under the law. I think he was afforded due process. I think the court's already made it very clear that he was eligible for deportation, excuse me. And I do believe that if you look at this, we have to understand that there's two lanes here. One lane is his immigration lane, and his other lane is his criminal court case that he now has. So the criminal court judge is the judge who said, I'm going to stay this for now, but I don't really have the jurisdiction to make the final call as to whether or not he can eventually be deported. I don't believe that reopening this asylum claim is valid under our laws. I think that this case is obviously going to be used as a teaching mechanism for how other cases like this are going to be handled. But I do believe that eventually and ultimately he will be deported, and I do not believe a new asylum claim should be granted.
Donna Ricciuno, thank you for your insight.
You know what that means, guys?
Thank you.
You know what that means, guys? Deported. Deported. Yeah, he's about to get deported. Sucks, but things happen. I wish I had his lawyers though, because I'll tell you one thing. He had a whole dream team for over a year that was pushing for him. Do your boy a favor if y'all appreciate the content. Double tap that screen, because now we got to get on over to Minneapolis, where a 5th grader details a pow-powing, and he had to run and duck for cover. You guys, I'm telling you right now, Minneapolis. If it's happening in Minneapolis, I don't think there's any place that's off limits at this point.
A senseless attack on children in a Minnesota church this morning, leaving a community shattered. Hundreds gathering at multiple vigils in Minneapolis overnight to remember the 8-year-old and 10-year-old killed and the 17 students and parishioners wounded in Wednesday's shooting at the Church of Annunciation. Students praying during their first week back at school when bullets started flying.
They shot through the stained glass windows, I think, and it was really scary.
A 5th grader describes ducking for cover.
And I just ran under the pew, and then I covered my head. My friend Victor saved me though, because he laid on top of me, but he got hit.
Youth Minister Ellie Mertens says her students were terrified.
Kids are wailing. What the hell is happening? It's just evil. Little kids. Yeah. It was horrific.
Investigators identifying the shooter as Robin Westman, saying the 23-year-old fired dozens of rounds from a rifle, shotgun, and pistol, all purchased legally before taking their own life.
We, as a community, have a responsibility to make sure that no child, no parent, no teacher ever has to experience what we've experienced today.
Investigators executing search warrants at 4 locations tied to the shooter. Court documents showing Westman's parents requested a name change from Robert to Robin, granted in 2020, saying Westman, quote, identifies as a female. Just before the attack, investigators say the shooter posted a series of disturbing videos showing numerous writings on weapons, including racial slurs, a call for President Donald Trump's death, anti-Semitic messages, and references to the Holocaust and the Catholic Church, according to an NBC News review. There were also hand-drawn blueprints of a church, above it in Russian Cyrillic alphabet, Annunciation from Memory. A 2021 Facebook post by the church indicates Westman's mother used to work there. She hasn't responded to NBC News' request for comment. This morning, leaders outraged as yet another community wonders why.
Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying.
And local authorities still not releasing names of the victims. They are getting help this morning from the ATF and the FBI, who's saying they're investigating this as an act of domestic terrorism and a potential hate crime against Catholics. Correct?
Oh, God, man. Oof. Terrible story. Surprised I didn't hear about it nowhere else. We're going to pray for the kids that lost their lives, as well as the parents and the teachers and every single person that's involved in this situation. We're going to ask for peace. We're going to ask for calm. We're going to ask, Lord, that you please open heaven's gates and let all of these innocent souls in, as you know that that's where they deserve to be because of the tragic situation. I want to ask you for calmness, and I want to ask you for some resolve in the situation. Sorry, you guys. Terrible, tragic situation that happened right there. And I want to ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Terrible situation right there. I can't believe that would happen right there. I don't even know where to go with this right now, but I got to continue moving forward. The reason we do the prayers is not because I'm a reverend or anything like that. I'm not trying to falsify the way that I move. It's the way that a lot of times we go into another clip and it might be something exciting or funny or whatever like that. And I don't want to change from one narrative to the next without showing respect. Got to keep moving forward right now because we got President Trump that goes off on Gavin Newsom, and he says that he's weird and also says more things about Biden, as well as what's going on in some stuff in the White House, y'all. Let's get to this next clip right here. Let's keep it moving, y'all. It's Friday, but we had to get that out because I don't even know if you guys knew about what was going on there.
Giuffre said yesterday that at the press conference that he would encourage nonviolent resistance to the National Guard if they were sent to Chicago. What's your response to that?
He said what?
That he would encourage nonviolent
people,
resistance
man.
if the
What the fuck
National
is
Guard
wrong with people?
sent to Chicago.
Look, this guy doesn't know what resistance is or nonviolent resistance is. He's a bad politician. It's amazing. I mean, if he didn't have the money, he wouldn't get any votes because there's no compelling reason to vote for him. That's a major loser. But it would be nice if he would call me. I would change my mind immediately. He said, you know, because everybody knows Chicago is a hellhole right now. Everybody knows. It's not like he's saying Chicago has much better numbers, right? Well, what's much better? You mean 100 people are going to be murdered? It's going to be much more than that. So I would have much more respect for Pritzker if he'd call me up and say, I have a problem. Can you help me fix it? I would be so happy to do it. I don't love, not that I don't have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president of the United States. If I think our country's in danger, and it is in danger in these cities, I can do it. No problem going in and solving, you know, his difficulties. But it would be nice if they'd call and they'd say, would you do it? And we do it in conjunction. Now, we work very well with the police because we naturally get along with the police. So the police and us work really well together, whether the mayor is opposed or whether, I mean, you have a really rotten mayor there too. He's got a 6% approval rating in Chicago. And I see black women wearing a red MAGA hat last night on television. Please let the president come in. My son was attacked. You have a force of black women. They're like only Trump. They want Trump to come in. And you see them, they're all over the place in Chicago because they're afraid to go out and they don't want their son or their daughter killed, just like your parents didn't want you killed. And we have a tremendous, look, it's not about winning elections because we want to have nice, fair elections. It's not politics. We want to see a safe country. You have people that want to see a safe country, and they're great people. You have great people in Chicago. The mayor is at 6% approval. He's an incompetent man. He should have never been put in a position like that. He can't handle it. You have an incompetent governor there. You have an incompetent governor in California. Gavin. I know him very well. He's incompetent. He's a nice guy, looks good. Hi, everybody. How you doing? He's got some strange hand action going. I don't know what the hell is his problem. It's a little weird, to be honest. There's a little something shaky going on there. But, you know, all he has to do is call me and say, we have the Olympics coming up. We want to make it really good and safe.
Oh my God, let's keep going, y'all, because Kash Patel is about to get busy right now. Yeah, y'all like, wait a minute, he turned off the president for Kash Patel? Yeah, man, I had to. I know he was dropping bombs on everybody, but right here, Kash Patel totally destroys Adam Schiff. He says Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress, straight out. He pulled no punches. Watch this.
But Adam Schiff is the worst criminal in Congress in the last 250 years. Adam Schiff went to the podium day after day after day saying, I know nothing about this. We're not going to discuss it. We're going to protect it. And then Adam Schiff, led the prosecution of the impeachment trial in the Senate of President Donald Trump.
Turn around.
I'm looking at you. You're talking to me.
No, look at them. I want you to look at them if you can, if you have the courage to look them in the eye, Mr. Patel, and tell them you're proud of what you did.
Yeah, stop pointing
tell
at
them
me,
you're
man.
proud that you raised money off of people that assaulted
Hey,
their
watch
colleagues,
that finger,
that pepper
man.
sprayed them, that beat them with poles. Tell them you're proud of what you did, Mr. Patel. They're right there. They're guarding you today. Tell them how proud you are.
That's an abject lie, and you know it.
How
I've
proud
never, ever accepted violence against law enforcement.
The Senate hearing room was tense, every word echoing with political weight. At the center of it all stood Kash Patel, staring down none other than Adam Schiff. Schiff, long accused of corruption and lies, tried to corner Patel with fiery accusations. But what happened next went viral. Patel didn't just defend himself, he turned the tables and exposed Schiff as the worst criminal in Congress. Adam Schiff began with a dramatic display, pointing toward Capitol police officers in the room. His voice rose with rehearsed indignation as he accused Patel of profiting from violence, claiming he raised money from people who assaulted law enforcement. Schiff demanded Patel look those officers in the eye and admit pride in his supposed actions. But
all right, let's keep going, y'all. That's all you're going to get, Mr. Shifty, low down, gritty, and grimy. Shifty, low down, gritty, and grimy. You're just peeling the onion back on Adam Schiff, y'all. Keep on going, because now we do finally have some people that say they need help. There's Chicago residents that call out for Trump to actually send in the National Guard. Yes, I wanted to see if people were actually going to do this about DC so we can get some feedback. But there's actually people in Chicago that are actually calling for Trump to send the Guard in.
All right, 19 minutes before the top of the hour, Illinois lawmakers continue to push back against President Trump sending the National Guard to Chicago. Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson, very unpopular, saying this, quote, I urge our federal government to listen to the advocates, experts, and Chicagoans who are calling for resources that stop the endless flow of guns, and as well as transformational investing in housing, education, mental health, and community safety. These are the same investments that are leading to historic reductions in crime and violence throughout the recent.
The 6% mayor. That's how many people mess with you. 6%. That's how many people care about what you're talking about.
Years. But take a look at this timeline over the weekend where the city saw 36 shootings that left 6 people dead. That's progress. We're joined now by Kata Truss. She's a longtime Chicago resident and community roundtable director. So what the mayor's pointing to is murder being down 50%, robbery down 50%. But there are some really disturbing numbers when it comes to carjacking and other areas, like burglary being up, felony theft being up 46%, misdemeanor theft up 61%, and motor vehicle theft 80%. So Kata, tell me, do you guys need help?
We absolutely need help. And I've been a Chicago resident all my life. I live in the Austin community where I've lived for the last 40 years. Earlier this year, my husband was carjacked right in front of our house. And so if you ask me, if you ask any victim of a violent crime, how they feel about crime in the city of Chicago, any of us will tell you that we are not safe, that we don't feel safe. We don't feel that our police department is doing enough. And whether it's because of resources or the amount of money that the city is spending or has to spend on violence prevention, I can't necessarily speak to that. I'm sure that more money would help, but I'm not even sure if I want to see more money come here, considering the misuse of the monies that this government has had thus far.
Wow.
I also saw a video of Governor Pritzker walking along the lakefront
Yes.
in the city of Chicago talking about how peaceful it was. But I urge him, walk down 79th Street, walk down Chicago Avenue, walk down Central Avenue where I live, and then tell me that you feel the same way. Or more importantly, Governor Pritzker and Brandon Johnson both have security details. If Chicago is so safe, as I heard Brandon Johnson say a couple of weeks ago, Chicago was one of the safest cities in America, why do you have a security detail? Why don't you get rid of it? You know, Brandon Johnson was a strong component for defunding the police before he became mayor. I don't see him talking about that now. Those talking points are not a part of what you hear him saying. And so also talk to those people, those business owners who are being robbed weekly and are afraid to open their businesses, don't know if their business are going to be able to survive because they're constantly being robbed. Ask those people how they feel about crime here in Chicago. Ask those 3 senior citizens who were gunned down in front of their senior building a couple of weeks ago, how they feel about violent crime in the city of Chicago. And so for our elected officials to stand and to say that the city is safe and that the crime is not that bad is a myth. Also, I looked at a study.
She going on. Yeah.
She just,
they had to cut her off. She was getting so busy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When somebody on the land can speak about what's going on, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to hear. I'd like to actually interview her. Let me find out, get her information. See if she want to come on Our Bottom Line for the 6 o'clock show that we're about to start. Once we get all the lights and everything. We about to get busy, y'all. We're going to do 2 shows. 1 in the morning and 1 at 6 o'clock. We're going to keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting. We're trying to get our numbers up. Hell, we're trying. Let's get those numbers up to 50,000 subscribers. We always have a whole bunch of people up in here. All y'all got to do is double tap that like button, let those likes go up, get us more people over here. If you want to become a member, hit those 3 dots. Boop, go ahead and hit those 3 dots and you'll become a member. Hit that membership. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you know when we're on. Ding, 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 ding. Share if you like and let more people know what we got going on over here, you guys. We're going to keep on moving over to where New York, East Harlem, sad situation of a community that's mourning a 69-year-old woman who was struck fatally in Harlem. Yes, on the east side. I'm gonna just throw that over there, even though I'm from Harlem, but not the east side. Yes, she lost her life, and it's a terrible situation when this happened because she's been mourned, right? They're mourning this lady right now.
New video tonight of a 69-year-old woman in East Harlem, just moments before she was shot in the face and killed. Robin Wright had just left a restaurant with a friend when she got caught in the crossfire among 3 men. And tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles spoke with the victim's boyfriend.
Mike and Sade, word that a 69-year-old woman using a walker had been shot and killed spread very quickly throughout this East Harlem community this afternoon. Her partner of 12 years also heard the news. He was at his mother's house when he turned on the TV.
Then I turned on the TV and I saw somebody walk her, and I know she got that old beat up walker, and then
This is Robin Wright pushing her blue walker just about a block or so away from her apartment. Minutes later, that same blue walker is left behind on the sidewalk next to bloody rubber gloves and yellow tape. The 69-year-old just about to cross the street and go into her building when a bullet comes out of nowhere, hitting her in the head.
I saw her this morning. She went upstairs. I thought she was gonna stay upstairs. She just came downstairs. I have no idea what she was downstairs. I really don't know.
Wright was standing at the intersection of East 110th and Madison Avenue Wednesday afternoon when gunfire broke out all the way down the street at the intersection of Park Avenue. Police say a man who had been mugged started chasing and shooting at the 2 men who mugged him. The suspect started shooting back, firing the fatal shot that killed Wright.
I just laid down and watched her eyes. I said, Mama, if you know I'm here, squeeze my hand. And she squeezed it. And I said, I ain't gonna leave you. I'm gonna stay right here.
The mother and grandmother, sadly, the latest victim of a spate of gun violence impacting the city.
Yes, it's safe out here in New York. Kathy, Joku, Hokum. Another thing, like I said, there's no patrol going on. And that means no cars driving by. It used to be mad police in Manhattan, i.e. Raekwon the chef, he says in the ice cream song. Yes, but no more. No, there's not mad police in Manhattan no more because our police force has been dwindled down, and then they're very young, so they don't know their asses from their elbow anyway. So now when you don't have patrol, you have tragic situations like this happening all over. And we want to pray for the souls of all the people that lost their lives, as well as in Chicago, as well as Miss Robin, who lost her life as well. Tragic situations are going on everywhere. You got to be more safe, everybody out there. And it seems like there's nothing that you can do to prevent yourself from coming in harm's way, all the way from Minneapolis to New York, everywhere around the world. We just got to be very safe and careful, you guys. We ask for everybody here to be safe, have a safe and fortunate life, and be fruitful. And that's all we ask for, no matter what your religion is or your party is. We ask that in Jesus' name, amen. I'm not the perfect person to do prayers, but I try to do as much as I can to try to move forward before we go into another clip. We got to go over to Washington right now. Nope, we got some Ghislaine Maxwell information real quick. We got some Ghislaine Maxwell information right here where she's basically giving up. What's this about right here? We got Ghislaine Maxwell. She's been asked point blank, did Jeffrey Epstein communicate with the FBI? Was he an agent? And was he a source agent? Check this out.
Did you ever know Mr. Epstein to communicate with FBI agents, either like intelligence FBI agents, like as a source, or just generally with FBI agents?
No.
Do you think if he had done that, you would have known, like he would have told you something like that? Like if I said to you, Mr. Epstein was a source for the FBI, would you say, that's crazy, no he wasn't, or maybe he was, he would have told me that anyway?
I have two answers for that. I think if he was for real, I think he would have bragged about it to me as a show off, because he could be a show off. And if he wasn't, he might have dropped it like he was cool.
That doesn't make sense.
And I don't remember him doing either. Now, with again the caveat that in his, before I met him, finding money, I think he may have suggested that there were some people who helped him, but that's the only context that I recall that in.
What do you mean by that? When you said finding money, what do you mean?
Well, his business where he, remember I told you, I think in that context, he showed me a photograph that he had with some African warlords or something that he told me, and I don't remember if that's what I interpreted, like that kind of thing, or whether it was something like that. That's the only actual active memory I have of something nefarious. Well, nefarious. I don't even know if it was nefarious, but covert, I suppose, would be the word.
And what about any other intelligence agency, like the CIA or Defense Intelligence or any other law enforcement agency?
Okay. I don't think so. I think that I don't remember anything like that. I just don't think he had the wherewithal, and I think that whole aspect of that is.
You got to go because you're a thunter. If nobody realizes what she's doing, my mother used to catch me doing this all the time. Be like, boy, talk faster, talk faster, talk faster. I'd be saying to myself, why is she telling me to talk faster? Because you're trying to make up a story in your head between all of them sentences and you think I'm stupid. Come on over here. So I had to make sure I had my story right when I came in there, boy. Why do you think I've written 9 books? Man, when you got a mother like that, where you got to be like, hi, damn you, no, mommy. When you got to be ducking all types of weapons and whips and stuff like that. Because my mother hit you with anything that's close to her. A stick, her shoe, a can, no matter what it is, as long as it's convenient, boop, Boy, don't play with me. We got to keep on moving forward, y'all. We got more content that we got to. I want you guys to double tap that screen, get those likes up, because now we over here, because we got this grand jury that laughs off the felony for the sandwich guy. Yes, they're trying to say an unhinged Trump administration responds to the sandwich guy. You remember the sandwich guy that launched the sandwich at the National Guard guy, and they gave him a felony for it? I guess the grand jury threw it out because it was only a foot long. Let's keep on going, y'all. Let's go.
There's a video you may have seen of a guy named Sean Dunn, a former Department of Justice staffer and Afghanistan veteran, who lost his temper and threw a Subway sandwich at a federal agent while protesting Donald Trump's takeover of the Capitol.
$5 foot long. Watch how he run. You run like a girl. He's getting out of there, though, boy. He's trying to get some distance.
That happened earlier this month. Dunn was initially detained and then released. Now, I think it is not a good idea to throw sandwiches at people. I don't think Dunn should have done that. But the response to the sandwich throwing incident from the White House wasn't just disproportionate. It was absolutely unhinged.
An individual went up to one of the federal law enforcement officers and started jumping up and down, screaming at him, berating him, yelling at him. And then he took a Subway sandwich about this big and took it and threw it at the officer. He thought it was funny. Well, he doesn't think it's funny today because we charged him with a felony, assault on a police officer. And we're going to back the police to the hilt. So there, stick your Subway sandwich somewhere else.
According to local news report, Dunn repeatedly tried to turn himself in upon seeing what a big deal the White House was making over his case, but he was unsuccessful. Instead, his arrest was the subject of one of the most deranged propaganda videos I've ever seen in my life, certainly ever seen put out by the U.S. government. It looks like a scene from Narcos or maybe a Paul Verhoeven film like RoboCop. What appears to be about a dozen heavily armed FBI agents and U.S. Marshals with body armor and riot shields storming a luxury condo building.
Yeah, but you're missing the point, and I let you get that far for a reason, Mr. MSNBC, man. Guess what? It's all about this. All I did was throw a sandwich at these guys, and they came to my crib that heavy. Oh my God, think about the next person that thinks about launching a Subway footlong, a $5 footlong at another officer. They don't get it. There's two sides to every coin. How about that knock at the door when they like, boo, 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 FBI. You in the crib like this. You got the heart coming out your chest like Tom in Love from Tom and Jerry. Yeah, he don't understand that part, especially if you black like me, man. And there was another guy that was nervous last week. He took flight out the window, 14 flights. Yeah, thought he could make it. Thought he could, I believe I can fly. Because they was knocking on the door. Y'all don't get it. Yeah, he got smack on the wrist, but he got locked up. Had to do a couple of days. And then they came to his house like that. No, it's not worth it. Over a $5 footlong. Don't miss the point. Let's get on over here to the House Oversight panel that subpoenas the Jeffrey Epstein estate and see if we can get some information on that. Don't try to downplay nothing like that. Let them come to your crib hot and heavy like that and see if you're okay with it. Let's go.
Quote, reviewing the possible mismanagement of the federal government's investigation of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, the House Oversight Committee today announced that they will be interviewing former U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta on September 19th. Acosta, as you might remember, is the former Trump labor secretary who way back in 2007, 2008 negotiated that sweetheart plea deal with Jeffrey Epstein. The committee is also issuing a subpoena for the Epstein estate, demanding to see NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and Epstein's last will and testament,
okay, that's what they
and
want.
that alleged birthday book, and any potential list of clients involved in sex acts, or sex trafficking. All of this follows the Friday afternoon release by the Justice Department of a transcript and audio of its interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, the convicted sex trafficker and Epstein associate. In her interview with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, she denied there being any sort of Epstein client list, and she said she never heard allegations that President Trump acted inappropriately. Maxwell also denied that Epstein paid her millions to recruit young women or lured a masseuse from Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort.
Yesterday, we got the video of her, the audio. You heard that yesterday, right? If anytime I went and I met a masseuse, I didn't know if she had credentials or not, but if she was attractive, I would introduce her to Epstein. So now all of a sudden, that's why I'm saying this lady's on a seesaw right here.
Do you have recollection of you ever recruiting a masseuse from Mar-a-Lago spa to go give a private massage to Mr. Epstein?
I've never recruited a masseuse from Mar-a-Lago for that, as far as I remember. I can't ever recollect doing that.
That is a notable claim, perhaps false, because Virginia Giuffre, the outspoken Epstein victim who died by suicide earlier this year, claimed that Mar-a-Lago is specifically where Ghislaine Maxwell recruited her. That
after she got a payment from Prince Andrew, she all of a sudden came up suicidal somewhere, hit by a school bus. Yeah, some craziness happened. Y'all gotta follow the stories now. We got it.
And in the second day of her conversation with Todd Blanche, Ghislaine Maxwell said this.
I realized that the allegation at least is that I met in Mar-a-Lago, so I felt that I needed to address that, and I didn't want to leave that hanging because that seems weird under the circumstances. And also, but I couldn't remember anyone, and that maybe it's a long period of time. So the issue is not that I'm trying to not say, but I just don't remember anybody that I would have, but it's not impossible that I might have asked someone for that.
I don't know exactly what you said yesterday, but I don't think what you said yesterday is different than what you just said.
No, it was.
Of course, the first blaring question here is why should anyone believe anything that Ghislaine Maxwell has to say? Even in Trump's first term, the Justice Department labeled Maxwell a brazen liar.
Thank you.
The key reminder is that the people who matter most in all of this are the victims, the survivors, people whose words should matter more than that of a convicted sex trafficker. In just a moment, I'm going to ask one of those victims her thoughts on all of this. But first, let's bring in CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Perret.
No, we're going to keep on moving forward because we got our own content. And thank you so much for that, fat on our brains, because we needed it because it updated us on what's going on. Now let's get over to Virginia Giuffre, who he basically was talking about. What's that? Posthumous memoir reveals new details in the Epstein and Prince Andrew information case. I gotta read this though. Give me a second, y'all. Let me open this up and let me get to what I learned when I was about 6 years old. Well, 2 years old. Reading. Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir reveals that new details on the Epstein and Prince Andrew. Let's go. Let's get it. Virginia Giuffre's Again, Nobody's Girl is set. The name of it is called Nobody's Girl. It's set to be published in October, months after her death in April at age 41 in Australia. Are you serious? Are you serious? You really doing that to me right now? Let's go. Giuffre had finished the 400-page book with co-author Amy Wallace, expressing her wish that it be released even if she passed away. That's why I wanted to make sure you guys read this. Even if I pass away is what she said. She wanted to make sure it got released. The memoir details allegations that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell trafficked Giuffre to Prince Andrew when she was 17, which the Duke denies, but he also paid $23 million in the payout and got kicked out by the royal family after they had to pay it. Keep on going. Prince Andrew settled with Giuffre in 2022, expressing regret for his association with Epstein, but admitted no liability or offering an apology. My question again, Prince Andrew, why did you settle? The publisher says the book exposes systematic failures that allow trafficking of vulnerable individuals across the borders. The memoir promises intimate, disturbing, and heartbreaking accounts of Giuffre's time with Epstein, Maxwell, and their known associates. Can't wait for this memoir to come out, you guys. I'm going to be all over this. Might read it. Might have to a reading session going on in our new 6 o'clock slot. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that we got going on. Still got more to come, and let's go ahead and get it. We got more and more and more. We got to get on over to Milwaukee right now because we got a situation where a 19-year-old has been charged with a Milwaukee hit and run crash. This guy actually was riding a motorcycle, and I'm a fellow motorcycle rider as well. Sadly, he lost a part of his leg in this accident. Terrible, tragic situation right here from a 19-year-old who they're saying should not have even been behind the wheel.
She should not have been on the road. That's exactly what prosecutors say about a 19-year-old charged in a hit and run.
The victim's leg was amputated on his birthday after he tried to stop the initial bleeding on his own. Our Durante Matthews is live and picks up the story from there. Durante?
Yeah, Ted and Mary, 19-year-old Shamari Williams is charged in this case. She was emotional in court today. She's accused of hitting a man on a motorcycle and then leaving him bleeding in the street. Prosecutors say this shouldn't have happened because she didn't even have a license.
It's pretty graphic, you guys, because yes, at the scene of the crime, it came off. Yes.
State of Wisconsin versus Shamari Williams.
That's the first time Shamari Williams has heard that sentence.
This is a tough one.
The 19-year-old is charged in a hit and run that cost a man his leg.
Very serious injury.
The incident happened on August 20th, the day Gustavo Rojas turned 29. Court records show Williams told police she was driving with her grandfather and a family friend. Williams said Rojas's motorcycle was going fast near 27th and Medford when they collided. Rojas tells us he was heading to a friend's house when Williams ran through a stop sign, knocked him off his motorcycle, and ran away. His right leg was amputated during the impact.
Listen.
Leg came off, bro.
Graphic video of the aftermath circulated on social media. We spoke with an emotional Rojas on Monday, hours after his surgery.
I don't want to shoot up on anybody, dude. Like, I could have died that day. I really could have died that day, man.
Prosecutors say after the crash, Williams told police her grandfather told her she had to go. Police tracked the car to Williams. She went to the police station 2 days later and confessed. Tuesday, Williams cried in court, going over what happened.
The issue is not even whether you are at fault. The issue is that you allegedly left.
Prosecutors also say Williams didn't have a valid license and her car's registration was suspended.
No insurance either.
Could be made that none of this would have happened if you would not have been driving a vehicle.
The court commissioner ultimately set her cash bail at $5,000.
What?
I don't know what to do. I can't stay here.
Now, when discussing cash bail, the court commissioner says he was giving Williams credit for turning herself in. He says she has no prior record, but just couldn't look past the severity of this incident.
$5,000 for homeboy leg. Jesus Christ. Woo! All right, that's just for the case for her to get bonded out. And hopefully, you know, I know she's 19, but she needs to definitely be disciplined for what she did wrong, you guys. We're still going to pray for the gentleman who lost his leg because it's a tragic event, and we're going to hope that he gets through, you know, and gets through safely and healthy, because there's a lot of things that can happen when you lose part of your body like that. Terrible, tragic situation. Makes me think twice and 3 times again about riding motorcycles. We're going to pray for the soul and pray for the healing, and we're going to move on, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got this scooter riding suspect who spits on soldiers. Yeah, he thought that it was smart to spit on these soldiers out in D.C., you guys. So guess what? He got locked up. I mean, they're going to let him out, but he got locked up. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go.
A man has been charged for spitting on 2 National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. Court documents say Scott Pichon approached these 2 Guard troops outside of Union Station. It happened last Friday. He allegedly spit on one of the soldiers' faces and the other's neck. Pichon was arrested yesterday on a warrant. He faces a felony assault charge.
Now to the latest target in Donald Trump's...
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get whooped on, because if you spit on a lot of people that I know, oh yeah, we're not even gonna worry about no charge. Don't matter about my badge or where my position is. Oh yeah, whoo whap, yeah, you going to sleep, baby. Sorry about that. Then I'm gonna get that nasty stuff off of me because just the thought of it is disgusting. It's an assault as well, you guys. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content. We done been everywhere. Milwaukee, we done been to LA, back to Washington, D.C. We everywhere. Double tap that screen, you guys. Also, again, if you have not subscribed yet, it's Friday, y'all. We turned up in here. It's our bottom line, the best co-host in the industry, in the YouTube world, in the universe. Come on, y'all. Let's turn those likes up. And if y'all want to, y'all can pay for some Starbucks or whatever like that if y'all like, because I know it's Friday. Doom, doom, just got paid. That's why I did that song this morning. Y'all want me to do it again for some inspiration? Let me keep on moving forward now. We got to get on over to Seattle, where a bear charges the Seattle Kraken mascot. Yes, a player. They were doing a promotional shoot in a river somewhere, and out of nowhere comes the hugest brown bear. Man, listen, they said he was attracted to the hair on the head of the Kraken. Check this out, y'all.
Check this out. A narrow escape for a troll. John Hayden of the NHL Seattle Kraken and the team's mascot, Bowie the Troll, had a promotion shoot interrupted by a grizzly bear. They were fly fishing in Alaska when the animal ran at them. Now, Bowie had a little trouble escaping, but luckily the bear turned away. Hayden said it must have been attracted by Bowie's blue hair. All right, check this out. A narrow...
Oh, man, imagine getting chased by a bear when you got a costume on. I'd have been like, the hell with this costume. Take the head. I would have threw that head right at that bear. Like, you can have it. We got to keep on moving forward right now because we got some Ghislaine Maxwell information. This interview, it kind of provides a glimpse into Jeffrey Epstein's Ohio ties.
And now a newly released interview with Ghislaine Maxwell gives more insight into Jeffrey Epstein's ties to Ohio.
NBC4's Isabel Cleary read through the transcripts line by line and shows us why the L Brand's founder and former CEO, Les Wexner, is mentioned dozens of times. Isabel?
Jen Jared, over the course of 2 days at the end of July, Maxwell spoke with the Justice Department's Deputy Attorney General. He questioned her about Epstein's life. Epstein had a financial relationship with L Brand's founder, Les Wexner, from the mid-1980s up until 2007, when court documents show Wexner severed ties with Epstein.
Today we're doing a proffer of Ms. Maxwell. The date is July 24th.
Ghislaine Maxwell was questioned about Epstein's life, who he knew and interacted with. The first time Les Wexner is mentioned is when she is asked about traveling with Epstein.
He had the house in Ohio because of his business relationship with Mr. Wexner.
Throughout the 1990s, Epstein owned 2 properties in New Albany, which also came up in Maxwell's interview.
Epstein ran New Albany, which included a country club and a golf club and I mean, gosh, your boss is one of the all-time great, businessmen in this area. You know what that is, and he certainly does.
She spoke about what Epstein did for Wexner as his personal finance manager, including allegedly setting up trusts.
So with Les, for instance, it was really all-encompassing. It could go from the structure of the business. So he structured or restructured the limited, because I also traveled with him and Les, and I was in business meetings with them on the plane when they were there, so I could observe and I could hear some of this.
She also referred to Wexner as one of Epstein's closest friends.
I want also to clarify something for you, or clarify or underline. Wexner was, in my opinion, his closest friend in this time period from when I met him in 91, right? All the way until, I don't know.
Throughout the interview, she emphasizes she is relying on what she remembers seeing and hearing.
I was not part of Epstein's business world, except tangentially and obviously. So what I'm talking about is what I observed, or what I overheard, or what I saw within the business.
So yes, he got a lot of his money from Les Wexner, and then there was somebody else that he got like $100 million from, because he basically orchestrated something and then turned against the guy. And when the guy was under investigation, he basically was able to keep all the money. Some sort of a real sort of a scam Ponzi scheme that was going on with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, and guess what? She's trying to cover herself. If you guys can notice, they said that she was gifted over $35 million, as well as 2 properties, airplanes, helicopters. She's been given all types of gifts. Yes, and they're trying to say, now she's trying to say that she wasn't given that much money. She didn't have that much to do with the business, because now they're trying to associate what? The money, 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 money. Think about it. If you didn't have that much to do with the business and you only had a position, why did he pay you so much money? Let's go. Now they're trying to find out, maybe he was giving her money for bringing the girls and for for scouting and for bringing women to him. You ever think about that? We got to keep on moving over to this deadly Florida turnpike crash that prompts a crackdown on undocumented drivers. You guys know who I'm talking about this guy right here that caused that deadly crash that 3 people lost their lives. What is his name? It's Harjander Singh. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's double tap that screen, get them likes up. We got to go. It's Friday.
This deadly U-turn has sparked a crackdown on truck drivers here in the state of Florida. This driver was in the country illegally, but he still had a CDL. Fox 35's Marley Capper is going to show us what the state is now doing to make sure these drivers are here in this country legally.
A devastating scene on the Florida Turnpike last week has turned into a crackdown on illegal immigrants driving in the state of Florida.
Someone that never should have been given a driver's license, much less a CDL license.
Investigators say 3 people died after a man driving an 18-wheeler made an illegal U-turn on the turnpike on August 12th.
This accident happened because of Joe Biden's failed border policies and immigration policies.
In 2023, Florida passed a law making it illegal for undocumented people to get a driver's license.
And if you have obtained a driver's license from one of these sanctuary states like California, Washington, those licenses are no good here.
At a press conference Monday, Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services Commissioner Wilton Simpson announced a new partnership with the feds. The state's agricultural inspection stations will help identify undocumented drivers.
Ag law is not just looking for agricultural bugs, but we're also looking for drugs and thugs.
His team has already made 150 arrests this year. They have 23 stations and will be adding a new one near the Florida-Alabama border on Highway 231, along with new pullover lanes and x-ray machines to scan vehicles passing through.
We have got to protect our American citizens from the dangers of the open border crisis and illegal aliens that may be engaging in behavior that injures people.
I got some proof right here, but matter of fact, let's go.
We reached out to State Representative Anna Escamani.
Nah, I want to get into this content right here because they basically tried to say that he doesn't understand English. He doesn't know what's going on. Well, guess what, Mr. Singh? We got a prior stop that he was involved in. The undocumented driver was involved in a U-turn crash. And now he's seen speaking perfect English in this body cam footage when he got stopped prior.
All right, so what I'm going to do here is instead of writing it for 6.
And they keep on giving him slaps on the wrist. If they would have been stern in the beginning on other days before this happened, when he had a smaller truck and stuff, he would have not got to that point.
60 and a 45. I'm just going to write it for 55 and a 45, all right? Since you said that you were starting to slow down, I'm going to help you out, okay? It's just 55 and a 45. The fine is only $25. Thank you, sir. You have 30 days to pay it. You can pay it online, by phone, or through the mail, or you can come back.
Thank you, sir. He said that in English. Perfect English.
See, Judge, what would you like to do? Would you like to go to court, or would you like to just pay the fine?
Pay the fine?
Okay, yeah, you have 30 days, okay? And then on the inspection right here, that just shows I just did a level 2 walk-around inspection, and I didn't find any other violations on the truck or trailer. It just shows that you got to let me get a couple signatures from you.
In the racket in my first time in the
This is your
already
first time?
in the 5 year in the no ticket.
No tickets?
Yeah.
I hate to be the first guy to write you a ticket, but...
Full name, sir?
Yes, sir.
Undocumented driver, U-turn, claims he does not know English.
Years on that you're paid, and we have 30 days to pay here.
Y'all need to just, especially when it's on the road. He got a big rig. He did a walk-around inspection. So everything that he did basically was a light slap on the wrist. and while we have to deal with what happened to him. Let's see who we got right here. We got somebody over here. We got Liberty and Justice. Thank you so much to my favorite host with the most for the $9.99 super chat. We going to Starbucks, y'all. We're going to keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen. If you ain't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. Become a member, because now this is a crazy clip that I want you guys to see. All I'm going to say is watch it till the end, and you're not going to believe it. Check this craziness out right here. This is maybe the way that some people are comfortable traveling, so used to being R-worded, meaning taken monetary from. I'm just going to say straight up and down, I don't want this to start happening in my country, because so many people are used to things like this going on. This man is about to R-word about 3 people on this bus. He's looking around. He's looking around, he takes it out, and he hits him in the head. Notice how he's waving this thing around, all the ladies on the bus, you know, whatever, and it's just like another sunny day. If you pay attention to the other lady, she tries to move her purse to certain things, but watch what's going around. He's still smiling. I don't know if that's a defense mechanism. He's actually waving his hands like nothing's going on. This is crazy, right? Watch this. And they just going on like, I know they can't do but so much, but it just seems like they're used to it. A casual robbery, one day just riding on the bus out of nowhere. Dude get cracked in the head, lady get her phone taken. I don't want that to happen in my country. So those people like that were doing that caravan walking over here, believe me, some of those guys are mixed in and they're over here. We need to get rid of them. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get over to New York, as a man was arrested for injuring a deputy for assaulting in a cooking oil situation. This is kind of crazy. I thought that it might have something to it. Figured I'd check it out and see what's going on. We're watching this for the first time with each other right now. We're going to see what's going on here.
Hitting an Harford County Sheriff's deputy on Tuesday with a Penske truck. It happened after a major pursuit that shut down Interstate 95 for hours.
Ashley Kuzakonki is live at the Harford County Sheriff's Office with an update right now on the suspect and the officer. Ashley.
Damn low, man.
Marion Kai, the Harford County Sheriff, says the lieutenant is lucky to be alive and has a long road to recovery after a 21-year-old man from New York hit the lieutenant with a rental truck that was filled with stolen cooking oil.
This suspect did his very best to kill a police officer and just fell short.
Harford County Sheriff's Office says this man, Juan Yahir Carroz Mansueta of Yonkers, New York, was arrested Wednesday morning in an apartment in New Rochelle, New York, after they say he hit a sheriff's deputy on Tuesday in a rental truck in Maryland. According to Aberdeen police, it all started in the Aberdeen Applebee's when Mansueta pulled up in the Penske truck at 9:26, spoke with employees, and then drove off with 1,000 pounds of new oil and 461 pounds of used oil. After Mansueta caught the attention of police.
It's important to note at this time, Lieutenant Burgess did not know why the driver was driving in such a dangerous manner, but obviously a manner that was going to endanger the lives of citizens and tried to conduct a traffic stop.
A high-speed chase began in various parts of northern Harford County. Mansueta can be seen on this security camera driving on the wrong side of the road.
Observed the vehicle, and while he was outside his vehicle attempting to do stop sticks, he was intentionally struck by the driver of the truck.
According to the sheriff, the lieutenant was thrown 65 feet on Interstate 95. In total, Mensueta caused 5 additional crashes with no civilian injuries and fled the truck on the interstate and was picked up by a friend at the Delaware Travel Plaza who drove him back to New York.
What?
He faces charges of second-degree attempted murder, first and second-degree assault, and first degree on a police officer.
What the hell you doing with cooking oil, fool? Man, cooking oil? He must got to connect somewhere where he was going to try to sell that oil. I don't know if he's going to try to wait and hold it till Diddy come out and see if he's going to try to sell him some cooking oil or whatever the case was. But hey, I don't know what his plan was. Cooking oil? What y'all got for me in these comments? I live in LA. It's beautiful and clean and peaceful. Wait a minute, 65 feet, damn, right? Some people are just broken. Yeah, old Donovan, I don't know. Big Diddy party, right, Daniel? Please, people don't like cops anymore. They're learning how to be crooked, and they really are. Cooking oil? What the hell is he doing? Okay, we got to keep on moving forward because I cannot explain that crap. Double tap that screen because that was a crazy story if I do say so myself. We got these church leaders. They got locked up for trying to steal y'all dough. Come on, you know we need some money for the building fund. You know they always need money to get the roof fixed. But these here, they went a little further than just the building fund, y'all. Come on, y'all. You remember the Wayans, Reverend Make Me Rich? And then you had Jim Carrey who was acting like Reverend Falwell. That was hilarious, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, I got something hot for you. He said, I got something hot for y'all if y'all don't put something in that plate today. Jim Carrey was my dude. He still is. It still is. Double tap that screen. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. I want y'all to see this crazy story right here about this self-proclaimed religious leader who was arrested by the FBI in Durham.
At a joint FBI operation today, spanning hundreds of miles from Michigan to Durham, all the way down to Florida.
Those raids put 2 self-professed religious leaders in custody accused in a forced labor and money laundering scheme. CBS 17 has exclusive video in Durham that shows that raid that happened early this morning. Warrants show that the 2 forced people to be their personal servants and they had to sleep where they worked.
CBS 17's Ben Boken was the first reporter on the scene. And Ben, you've been there all day watching agents come in and out.
You mentioned it earlier today. FBI agents walked in and out of the building behind me with boxes and evidence in hand. And right now, you could still see part of the fence where those agents busted through early this morning. But we talked to the next door neighbors to this property, and they tell us they thought something was suspicious, but they never thought FBI agents would come knocking on the door. One of 2 suspects who claim to be religious leaders and are allegedly tied to a human trafficking ring arrested Wednesday in Durham during an FBI raid. Surveillance video you're seeing first on CBS 17 shows the moment agents pulled up to the front door with guns drawn.
David Taylor, all residents of 2523 South Miami Boulevard. This is the FBI with a warrant for this location. Everybody in the house needs to come to the front door with their empty hands in the air.
53-year-old David Taylor of Durham is now charged in a forced labor and money laundering conspiracy investigation that agents say affected people in Michigan, Florida, Texas, and Missouri. A neighbor of his on South Miami Boulevard tells us about 50 would show up here each day.
I was suspecting some stuff about them because they were always carrying black bags, a lot of food, and I was like, why are they ordering a lot of food, taking a lot of trash?
In the indictment, Taylor is listed as a leader of Kingdom of God Global Church. 56-year-old Michelle Brannon, listed as an executive director, was also arrested Thursday during a raid in Tampa, Florida, captured in this drone video. Authorities say victims worked in call centers around the country for long hours without pay. Those investigators also tell us if victims disobeyed or failed to reach monetary goals, the suspects punished the victims. The indictment says the church received $50 million nationwide since 2014 through its call center operations.
There were sometimes that they actually dressed up nice with their stuff, like jewelry, shoes, and all stuff like that.
This is the same church leader that you guys probably see many clips on your phone, on TikTok and Instagram, where he's like, I know you guys can pledge $1,000. I know you can pledge at least $1,000. If you can't pledge $1,000, at least you can do is $500, because the Lord needs it. Exactly, that's what he did, and guess what he got? Locked up. And he got more than embezzlement charges. He got some real serious stuff to deal with, y'all. Do me a favor, double tap that screen. We got to keep on getting on because we got to get over to these officers that pow, this one guy who was outside in Los Angeles swinging a machete. He's no longer alive, you guys. Sad story right here. This man is no longer with us anymore. He was on, what was that, Figueroa, out there swinging the machete. Then he got the call, warning, very graphic, you guys. Hopefully there's no children around. Of course, you wouldn't let any children watch this show, especially when you never know what's going to happen. But I want you guys to make sure, it's kind of graphic right here. I'm going to have to skip a part because it's 4.5 minutes long, but I want you guys to see what's going on here from the start. Check this out.
Yes, I'm calling because there is a guy on Figueroa in Olympic. There is a guy with a machete on it and with training people, stopping the traffic, and he's training people to kill him. And he's in a black Mustang. I think it's a black Mustang, but I don't have to get away. But he's screaming right now and training people to that.
Is he white Hispanic or Asian?
He looks like an Indian. But it's important that he parked his car in the middle of the street and he has the machete.
What color shirt and pants is he wearing?
It's a gray, it's kind of a brown shirt.
Brown shorts and what color shirt?
Yeah, and he has short and he has some. Oh my God, hold on. Well, he's moving now. He's moving now.
Uh-oh. That's who you was looking for.
Right there. Oh, fuck. No. Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Stand by. No, park in space, bro. Stand by. Get in, bro. Get in. Go. Get in. All right, we're good. Follow him because of the fucking fence. Stand by. Follow him because of the fence. Stand by, Mike. Stand by.
They're trying not to confront him.
Get in. Get in the car. Get in. Stop, bro, shoot! Stop, bro, fucking shoot! Get in! Hey, pursuit! Pursuit. He's on the go southbound on Figueroa.
Want to show me in pursuit? Figueroa?
Stand by!
29, it's going to be for an ADW on appeal. Hey, airship, take my air, please.
Stand by, Mike. He's going around.
My side.
Stand by.
We're good.
Stand by.
All right, just trying to wrap another officer.
Stand by.
And we'll
Stand by. Crossfire, bro. Crossfire.
Got it.
Fuck.
You
good? Stand by, dude. Stand by. You're gonna go around in circles. Stand by. Crossfire, bro. Fuck. Stop it. Stand by, Mike. Crossfire, bro. Fuck. Stop it now.
Shots fired. Officer needs help.
Stand by. Crossfire, bro. Fuck. Get down. Stand by.
Hey, airship, take my air, please.
Stand by, Mike. He's going around.
My side.
Stand by.
We're good.
Stand by.
All right, just trying to wrap another officer.
Stand by.
And we'll
Stand by. Crossfire, bro. Crossfire.
Got it.
Yeah, we don't need to keep seeing it. You guys saw what happened. This is very recent. It's actually a couple of days ago. I can't believe what's going on. And when you got stuff like this going on, it makes you wonder, Do they need the National Guard out there? Makes you wonder, y'all. We're going to keep on moving forward because now we got to get on over to Houston where these influencers are nearly hit by a SUV. Y'all remember that happened the other day? They're suing now for $1 million. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. We on it this morning. It's Friday. Told you we was ready. Let's go. I'm sorry. Let's go. Matter of fact, do I want to do this? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this bullfighter situation right here because I don't like when people mess with the bulls anyway. We got this situation in Portugal. We're going to get to the other story. We got this situation in Portugal where this bullfighter was gored in a shocking arena attack. But guess what? I forgot. Just because he was a criminal, probably was a little crazy in the head or whatever, want to make sure that we pray for the soul of the man that lost his life because that was a person. Still, never know what the situation was, and we didn't hear any backstory. We want to pray for the soul as well as his family. We ask that in Jesus' name. Amen. Got to keep on moving forward to this other situation where this bullfighter no longer with us either. I don't know. This is a very scary sport. I would never do it myself. Got this bullfighter that was gored in a shocking, tragic event. He had actually no help, no help at all from the first strike. They said the video shows the 22-year-old Manuel Maria Trinidade being fatally attacked during the first appearance in Lisbon's iconic Capoto Pacano bull ring. First time they had something going on, and the first strike was a deadly strike. He was considered one of the country's most promising young fighters, attempted his very first catch when a bull charged and gored him, throwing him against the bull ring trench. The young bullfighter suffered severe head injuries and the impact and was rushed to the hospital in Lisbon where he lost his life less than 24 hours later. The disturbing footage highlights the history of dangerous bullfighting injuries. And that bull was not playing. 2023, this happened. This was captured. Matador, yeah, it gored him in the rectum. Another one, controversial festival in Colombia, was also lost his life after taunting a bull. Tossed him 35 feet in the air with his horns. Then the running of the bulls that everybody knows about, it's so common. Thousands of people travel just to attend this. They're crazy. Yeah, I'm good on that. No need to get with no bulls. I ain't doing nothing stupid like that. But yeah, I'm not trying to be no matador. I think those people are very brave. But I do not like when they do it to the demise of those animals. Let's get on over to these Houston influencers. Like I was telling you guys earlier, they were eating food right here. All of a sudden, boom! That looks like some fantastic wings right there. They got the sauces. She got a little wine right there with the dipping sauces. Macaroni toasted with like some shrimp sauce going on over there. Y'all will get busy off of that right now, right? But I guess you don't want it with a case of glass with it, right? Can I have a side of glass? Yeah, let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because watch this scene change very dramatically in about 2 seconds.
The two social media influencers whose food review video was interrupted when a car crashed into a Houston restaurant are now suing for $1 million in damages. According to their attorney, Tony Busby, the property where Cuvées Culinary Creations is located should have barricades in place to prevent cars from being able to crash into the building. The couple suffered some cuts and scrapes from the flying glass.
Only on...
It's crazy because I actually thought it was possibly made up. I'm looking at this on YouTube and like in Instagram, like, is this some crazy clip that they made? Because I tell you, they did a really good job on this. Whoever their director and their producer is, he gets all sorts of points for that. But it happened to be real. Now they're suing for $1 million. What y'all think about that? They didn't really get hurt or whatever or nothing. But yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. We got to go over what's this guard that slapped the hippo. I'm not messing around with no hippo. They can smash a watermelon in their mouths. In my head, it might be big, but it ain't as big as no watermelon. This guard right here was kind of crazy. as he was trying to make this hippo go back into his habitat area inside the zoo. This is a huge hippo right here, and I don't know about slapping no hippo. I'm trying to make him go back into his habitat. Check this out, you guys. As this guard slapped the hippo who was trying to come outside of his cage. Look at the size of this hippo. I mean, Lord have mercy. Everybody thinking it's funny.
As you can see in the video, hippo trying to come outside from the cage because it's a friendly hippo.
He's a friendly hippo. He's trying to come out.
Then the guard of zoo come in front of hippo. He slapped the hippo. He trying to scare the hippo for go back to his place. After trying so many times, the hippo finally go back to his place.
I'm not messing around no hippo. They said he's a friendly hippo. You just happen to be too
Hippos
big.
are considered as the gorgeous animal, but they do not necessarily social. This means that they do live with each other in group, but they do not form the significant social bondings.
Stop hitting him, man. He already going back.
Hippopotamus, also called as hippo, they are all friendly because they are all grass eaters.
So what y'all think about that? You think he should have let him come out and walk amongst the people? He looked like he was pretty friendly. Only about 4,000 pounds. Double tap that screen to get them likes up. Because now, let me ask you guys, how many people here have a tattoo? I've got a few of them. Anybody here got a tattoo? I got a few of them. I got one on the back of my hand. I got one on my arm. I got one right here. I think I got the St. Michael right there. So I got about 5 tattoos. Anybody here got tattoos? Hands up if you got a tattoo. Everybody, whoever got a tattoo, hands up. And boy, do they hurt. Let me tell you something else. The older you get, the more they hurt. Woo! So if you're in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and you're talking about going to get a tattoo, something in the way it makes you feel, I'm telling you, it's going to hurt. Yeah. Oh, so we got a lot of people here with tattoos. You must have got them when you were younger. Okay. Now just check this out. They actually have a machine. It's called the printer, an instant tattoo machine. Check this out. Would you use it? They saying that it's faster. You don't have to worry about any mess ups or anything like that. All you got to do is place your body part under the machine and it'll put a tattoo on you.
Unless you think horizontal is better. I trust your judgment.
It's called the prinker.
I do horizontal with my...
The prinker.
Unless you think horizontal is better. I trust your judgment. Whichever you want. I do horizontal with my glove though anyway, so... It's amazing what they got.
Thank you. Hi. So this is a temporary tattoo, right?
Got you.
So you can pick, I'll go with this guy. Okay.
I think it'd be good for kids.
Yeah.
For kids.
It's like on the side of the other one. You can't really feel it when it goes on, but you're right.
Tattoo, but it's temporary. Gotcha. It's like, wait a minute, I don't know about having no printer. You know what I'm saying? But what if they had one you could put on there and it starts like sticking needles in you and does it that way? Would y'all do that? Or would y'all do the little one like that? Maybe the kids are like that. But then again, I don't really trust the machines, radioactive and stuff like that. Let's see a couple of years down the line if people's arms start swelling up or falling up. I don't know. We're going to keep on moving forward right now because we got this Chinese tourist that was knocked off a train in Sri Lanka while she was posing for a video. Sometimes we get wrapped up in our TikToks. Sometimes we get wrapped up in making content, you guys. But guess what? That means you still got to watch what's going on around you. Unlike this lady right here, she thought that it was okay to be on some here for wherever you are. So on the side of the train. Okay, guys, y'all already get an idea what's going to happen to her. But let me show you. Like to see it? Here it go. They say she went too far for the gram. She leaned out the carriage on a moving train and was knocked off by the tree branches. Yeah, she sure did fall off. They ain't stopping that train neither. The woman sustained only minor injuries. I gotta say she's lucky. I guess she did what she had to do to get the shot. She went viral. She got about 2.5 million views, y'all. What y'all think about that? Would y'all do something like that to get views? Instead of doing that, all you really need to do is hit that link in the description if y'all trying to make some money, 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 money. That's right, y'all. Double tap that screen. Go ahead and get those likes up. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. Become a member. Send me all the money in your pockets. Hit that like button again. Yeah, y'all know what we're doing right now, right? Hit that link in the description if you're trying to make up to $350. That's right. Also, if you're a business owner, you might have a, maybe a traveling lawn care business. You could be a mobile detailer. I don't know, do you train dogs? Maybe you paint houses and do lawn care. I don't know what you do, but if you're a member of the show and you're already subscribed, send your promos over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Make sure that they're in the 1080 by 1080 size, because that's the only size that they're going to allow inside of the post area. You guys, again, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's where you want to send those promos to, so we can get you guys some promo going on, because we have a ton of people here. We should have about 50,000 subscribers after the episode is over, I hope, because we had a lot of people here. That's what we're shooting for, and that's what we're trying to get done, you guys. Also, you guys trying to be part of the talent show, the Show Your Talent show. That's where anybody with talent in the 5 boroughs of New York, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island can come together and probably make some money, 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 money. At each and every location, we give away $250 in every single borough. We want to get a winner from every borough, and after that, bring them to one location in Manhattan for the finale, where you can make $1,000. That's right, you guys. If you want to be a part of the Show Your Talent show, you guys saw a couple of previews that we did in the Throgs Next store. Yes, go pick up that big drip at the Throgs Next Superstore in the Bronx. That's right, you guys. All y'all got to do in order to be a part of the talent show is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. First page, join the mailing list. Boom, you're already signed up. Make sure you let us know what borough you're in. After that, you already signed up. And yes, today is Friday. Just got paid, but I don't see it in my super chats. Friday night party hump, and it's Friday. Y'all, I want y'all to be safe. Yes, we come on every single day. Just because tomorrow is Saturday does not mean that we ain't gonna be here. And then what's after that? Purple Sunday, y'all. You know what we're doing? We're following up, staying current on all events, and making sure we do what we do. The #1 show from what time? 6 o'clock until we finish, and that's how we do it over here. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, Mark Dorfman, Scott, I see you up in here. We got Sam Champion up in here in the building today. We got Mike. We got, who else we got up here? I'm trying to give y'all love right now. We got Hundred. We got Sanchez. We got Scotty. We've got Liberty and Justice. We got Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. We got, who else we got up in here? I know I've seen some of the names of some of our regulars that's always up in here. But whoever we got, I see you, Luigi. All I want to say is you guys have a safe and fantastic day. It's Friday. Drink some water. And remember, just if you might have a big problem, understand the Lord woke us up another day to get it right. Sometimes you might be stressed, but guess what? Every day you wake up, that's like a reset. And you got another chance to do it and make it right. So with that being said, I want to pray for everybody in the chat. Pray for everybody that they have a safe and productive day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, because y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, y'all know what it is. Get 'em. Peace. 1.